I am tired and well fed up of hearing about methane and CO₂. I don't give a damn about this false narrative that CO₂ and methane is somehow dangerous to our planet, to little Mama Earth that we gotta protect. No, that's a lie and it's BS. And I'll tell you why. Because in the Cambrian period, the Jurassic period, there's been so many periods really that we have carbon dated, wherein we can see that the CO₂ levels were significantly higher than today. 4, 5, 6, 7 times higher than today. Even 10 times higher than it is today. Way, way, way prior to any human being ever laying their feet on this dirt that we call Earth. And so my meat is being taxed. I am paying more and more every single day for the high quality, wondrous meat that I eat to be able to thrive, to survive, and to take care of myself. And for what? This idea of cow farts. In Denmark, where I live, they are giving the cows medications to limit their cow farts. How about that? But to break the spell for you, CO₂, that which you exhale, that which is demonized, is what plants breathe. They love it. It is their sustenance, their nourishment. They need it. Currently, our atmospheric CO₂ level is at 420 parts per million. And many people think that CO₂ is a greenhouse gas. Well, yeah, but you know what contributes to like 98% of the greenhouse gas effect? Water vapor. Water, clouds. It's a primary greenhouse gas. CO₂ is a tiny, tiny, tiny fraction of that. And amongst that atmospheric CO₂, the human compartment of that, the part of it that humans contribute with is so insignificant. It is not even worth mentioning. And so when you see the charts displaying, oh, this is from vehicles, this is from industry, this is agriculture, and you see all the CO₂ levels, and they paint this vivid picture that is so much, right? So dangerous. The gas of life is dangerous? You gotta be kidding me. Because in the past, when we had way more CO₂, you know what life on Earth was like? It was warmer, there was more plants, more animals, and everything was much grander because life was thriving. It is no wonder that animals in the past used to be way bigger because there was more food, more plants to eat, more animals, of course. And you know why that is? Because plants eat CO₂, right? So the more CO₂, the more plants, the more animals thrive. And so the cycle goes, right? Of course, there's a limit, there's a hard cap, because plants thrive between 1,000 and 2,000 parts per million. So you can tell that we are still quite far off at 420. And so we don't need less CO₂. That is an extinction waiting to happen. And we are, in fact, if we track the solar cycles, the sun, as well as the Earth's core, the magnetic fields, and the magma core itself, those are the driving factors of the CO2 levels in the atmosphere, because that heats up the ocean, which releases CO2 into the atmosphere. And so we see then that the CO2 level is simply a byproduct. It's an effect of these other factors that are not spoken about, that are never addressed in the media. It makes me so tired, as you can tell. And that is why I want to shed some light on this, because we need more CO2. Pump it out! When I'm going to classes in school, we are being warned of the dangers of using AI because it's consuming so much and releasing so much CO2 every single time you type out a prompt on ChatGPT. You are killing Mama Earth. I'm getting tired. Yeah, we don't need to fear CO2. And I'll get to methane, because cow farts are not destroying Mama Earth either. Cows eat plants which contain methane, because methane is abundant in the atmosphere, right? And there are microorganisms, bacteria in the soil, which absorb methane. They consume it. And these bacteria then bind the methane to the soil, which plants then grow out of. That means the methane is now bound to the plants. The cow or the animal eats the plants. Their digestive system breaks down the plant, which would have happened in nature anyway, because everything in nature, all life, must eventually decay. So that plant which had gathered or bundled up that methane was bound to release the methane one way or another. It doesn't matter if it passes through a cow and speeds up that process. It was bound to happen anyway. We have an ecosystem for a reason. The issue is not that we have agriculture. The issue is how we manage agriculture, because there are many ways to do it. And there are certainly so many ways that we have known in the past and are rediscovering now that are so much more beneficial to the topsoil, to the earth, to us, to all life on earth. And so it is not that these means are not within reach. It is simply that they're not being employed. And I suppose it is partly because there is a narrative that a certain group of people are deeply invested in trying to convey to you. And so many people have been convinced of this narrative, of course, and they're afraid of the climate. Oh, the poor climate. Yeah, if only they knew that we are in fact on the verge of an upcoming ice age. We are marching towards a grand solar minimum, aka an ice age. There's no global warming happening, holy. And even if there were, would it really be so bad? Would it really be so bad for plants to flourish? For more life to grow abundantly? Yeah, I don't get it. But it seems that so many people are convinced of this lie, of this deception, and so, yeah, bless them. Bless them. I hope that this little video at least clarifies some things for you. At least if you're interested, look into the various geological epochs, the eras of this earth, and study what life has been like previously on this planet. Humans don't play such a big part in it all. We pollute, we destroy, sure, and we need to take care of that. But CO2 and methane, they're not it. So enjoy, join my Discord down below in the description, and take care until next time.